Whoa, look at that! Yabby me up. It's time to try and catch myself a feed of yabbies. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now this dam was really good a few years ago and then it completely dried up. Then it filled up and it was good again. Now it's been flooded for the last few months. The floodwaters have gone away. It's not connected to any other water. Are there going to be any yabbies in here? I reckon there will. And today I'm yabbying with 3 pyramid nets. The proper name for them is open top lift nets, but a lot of people call them pyramid nets because they're shaped like a pyramid. Now, a bit of a funny story. I'm using dry dog food in stockings for bait. That's because yesterday I went over to Moody Swamp over on the Benalla-Tocumwal Road, and I thought I'll try and see if there's any yabbies in Moody Swamp. So I baited these all up before I left home with dog food in stockings, and I went over there and I put them in the swamp. Didn't do any good. Didn't see a single yabby, absolutely nothing. And I thought, well, I might just leave the bait in. You can actually do that with dog food in stockings. It's not like lamb's fry or chicken that'll just stink the place up. The key is that you've got to leave them in your garage, not out in the open, or the neighbour's cattle get into them. So that bait was tied in there yesterday, soaked in Moody Swamp, and now it's being recycled in an old favourite dam. Let's put the nets in and see if there's any yabbies still in here. Now, net number 1, I had to do a little bit of running repair. I put a hose clamp and a bit of sponge there to stop the rope sliding down and it all collapsing. The little cork that they come with broke off. Anyway, net number 1, I just put that out there. Net number 2 can go just out there. Check this out, I've been stuffing around with the cord on net 3. It was blowing a gale at Moody Swamp yesterday and I've somehow managed to get the most epic tangle in here. By the time I get this out, it'll almost be time to go and check net 1 and 2, I reckon. Right, now after about 5 minutes, net number 3's in. Right, now it probably hasn't even been 5 minutes, but I'm going to check these nets. Just for a sign. Oh look, hasn't even been 5 minutes, and I've caught a real nice size yabby. Hasn't even been 5 minutes. That is a great sign. I didn't even bring my bucket with me. My bucket's in the car. Well, I'll put that in and keep that one. Well, that's a sign. That's a very encouraging sign. He's not a monster, but he's got a nice fat tail. He's a nice yabby. He'll do. Now, this is the first one I put in. I put my yabby down here. This has been about 5 minutes. None in this one. Well, my spirits, my hopes, my expectations are very high. Where'd he go? There he is. Alright mate, you better go get you in the bucket. Caught one on the super impatient check. Because I wasn't expecting to catch anything, I didn't take my bucket, so I've had to put a bit of water in out of my drink bottle. I hope that's not too cold for you, buddy. I put some nice dirty dam water in there for you in about 20 minutes when I go to check the nets. Right, it's been about 20 minutes. I'm going to replace the water in this bucket, which is a bit cold for this fella, with some of the dirty water out of the dam, which might not be a whole lot warmer. It's a very cold day for December. It's only about 14 degrees. I've got a jumper on. Anyway, it's been 20 minutes. I've got high expectation. Oh, there was a yabby on it.
20 minutes, I've got high expectation. There was a yabby on it.
A string there. Did you see that? Oh, look. Wow. There was a really big one on the string. One flicked off to the side. It's only been 20 minutes. I've already caught 1, 2, 3, 4. I reckon these ones can go back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there was 10 in that net. One holding onto the string, which was really bizarre, and one on the outside. Well, the whole dam's in pretty good shape. Righto, what about net number 2? Is it going to be as good? There's no yabbies on the string. There's some in the net though. Not as many, but there's a few keepers there. These aren't as big as yabbies that I've caught in other dams, but they're still not bad yabbies. I think the biggest one was the one that was holding onto the string. Now the old second-hand dog food bait is doing great. I've already lost count. Huh. Alright, net number 3. Oh, a big one on the outside. There was a real big one on the outside, but there's a lot of yabbies in here still. 1. How good does that look? When you lift the net up and you just see all these yabbies zipping around everywhere. People often ask me, what is a yabby? These comments usually come from America. When people watch me from overseas, they say, what the hell is a yabby? That's a small one. It's a crustacean. It's a freshwater crustacean that live in water with not much oxygen, like muddy farm dams, similar to the American crawfish. There are hundreds of different species of crustaceans around the world. This is a Cherax destructor. That's its scientific name. But here in Australia, we call them yabby, which I believe is a word that's been derived from the Aboriginal word for them, which was yabba. I just caught a whole heap of yabbers right now. And if this one bites me, I'll be saying yabba dabba doo. Right, I'll put the net back out. Give him another soak. Well, that was beyond successful. I reckon I must already have 9 or 10 nice yabbies in there. Plus I probably threw back probably twice as many. I've lost count. I've honestly lost count. All I know is that after the first 20 minutes I've got a stack of yabbies and I'm excited. Right, it's time for round 2. They've been in a bit over 40 minutes, about 45 minutes this time. Oh, look at them going everywhere. Look at that. Some big ones. You know what, that one fell out. Some big ones. Proper yabbies. No eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the biggest one. 7 in net number 1. Woohoo! Righto, net 2. I can feel it vibrating. This is awesome. I'm getting a really good feed of yabbies here. I'll throw them back, I've got plenty. I'll keep this one, he's a little bit bigger. I've lost count. I must have kept 15 or so, I reckon. I'll leave it in here. Oh, that'll do. I was standing on the string. I was standing on the rope, but it was a good result. It was a good throw in the end. Rightio, net number 3. Oh, well, there's a few small ones, one big one. Got a great heap of small ones. 1, 2, it's flying in my mouth. So there was 5 in here, and one of them is a really big one. Nice. Keep that one, put the other 4 back. I might move this net up to the other end of the dam as well, I think. I might also put a bit more water in there with these yabbies to separate them a bit better. I'm sorry about the wind noise, but it's just been a very windy year. Anyway, I'm moving this net up to this end of the dam. I might move this one too, actually. This is the first one. Oh, look at the yabby taken off from the side there. There was a yabby on the edge of that net there then already. I'll just move this net along a little bit. It's, I don't know, 4 or 5 metres further along the bank to where it was. Right, the next soak is the last soak. Right, now the flies are driving me mad. It's time for the last check. I've got my dad with me at the moment. He's come out to say good day while I'm yabbying. What can I catch in the last check? Lots. Well, not lots, but lots. This is probably 7 or 8 in there. 1, they're both nice yabbies. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm not going to keep all of these yabbies. I'll have a bit of a sort out before I leave and keep probably a dozen of the biggest ones and put the rest back. So there's 6 in that net. I reckon this one's going to have about 15 in it. Just a feeling that I've got. Ooh, hasn't got 15, it's only got 4, but there's a couple of monsters. Well, nice size ones anyway. It's a nice yabby. It's a nice yabby. I'll put these in for now, but I'll probably end up throwing them back in. I'm going to put them all in the one of these nets at the end and just see what's in there. I'd say 4 in there. Right, last net. Now this one's in a little bit shallower. Whoa, look at them all. That's the best one. Look at that, and they're all big. Half a dozen nice big yabbies in there. That is really cool. One, 2. Just tipping that upside down, I think. Awesome. Righto, now I'm going to go and get the grass out and tip all the yabbies into one of these nets and do a bit of a tally up and keep probably 12 or 15 of the biggest. Right, now let's take the grass out and then tip the yabbies into the net and do a bit of grading, a bit of size grading. Got to be careful I don't lose a finger here, there's a lot of claws in that bucket. Whoa, look at that! How's that for a haul? Right, I've just been and shown Dad the yabbies and he's put in an order. He wants 15 or 20 of the biggest. Well, considering I threw a lot more back than what I kept, I must have caught a bloody lot of yabbies. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oh, geez, that one. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I mean, it was a bit small, but it was cut in half. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'll get back to one as well.
21, 22. Right, I'll give Dad 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'll put another one back. So all up I kept 32. 22 are going home, 10 of the 32 are going back, and I probably would have thrown back 40 or 50. What an awesome morning yabbying. I've had so much fun using second-hand dog food. Maybe I can call this video Catching Yabbies with Second-Hand Dog Food. People will probably think I'm using dog poo for bait. Folks, I hope you've enjoyed this video and thank you all very much for watching.